Welcome to the Happy Libra. So, as I always say, I share with you tips and tools, anything that I use in my life that makes me happier, that helps me to manifest, that helps me to make more coins, whatever it is, I'm going to share it with you on my channel. So today we're looking at a YouTuber called Anila, Sita. She's an amazing manifester because she's so down to earth. She's so easy to understand. She breaks it right down for you, and you don't feel like she's some huge, YouTuber manifesting genie that you can't understand and you can't do what she's doing. She breaks it right down for you and makes you feel like she knows where you're coming from. She knows where you're at. And so I love this YouTuber. I love to listen to her videos. So today I kind of cut off some of the video. I want you to hear how she talks about how to get over a guy really quickly. And it makes so much sense how she's breaking it down. So let's just get straight into the video, okay?
Brand that would have natural ingredients in it to wake you up without the downsides of what drinking coffee feels like. Now, listen to me, guys. I started drinking this stuff and I really didn't know what to expect. This is actually what's left of my second package that they sent me because I was so not from the company. It's going to what you change. You can see that there is a lot of abundance around you. Like, for example, if you live at home with your parents, that's abundance in the form of not having to pay rent because your parents are paying for it, I assume. Maybe sometimes people buy you free drinks. Maybe sometimes you just get like a free deal. Sometimes you get discounts. There's abundance all around you, and the more you start spotting it, the more you start feeling abundance, and the more you start attracting that reality. Now let's talk about love. You have anxiety about a guy, and you want a guy. He's not texting you, I don't know, he's not behaving the way you want him to behave. What if you told yourself he was gay? Would you still be mad about his actions? I don't think so. I think you would kind of laugh it off and go about your day. You wouldn't be upset anymore that this guy wasn't hitting you up if you knew that he was gay. Do you see how that perspective instantly shifts everything? You can shift anything in your life by shifting to a different perspective. Now, Let's keep it going though, because some of you are gonna go, no, but I still want him. He's not gay, I still want him. Why? Ask yourself, why do you want him? And then you go, well, he inspires me and I see this in him. Does he really inspire you, or do you inspire yourself by seeing yourself in him? Are you projecting your potential and your good qualities onto him and making him something more special than what he is, when actually it's coming from you and you're projecting your goodness onto that person? What is making you so attached to a person? I want to share an exercise with you where you can learn to detach from people and figure out why you are so damn attached to them. So what you want to do, I'm going to put up a little drawing here. You want to imagine this person in your head, okay? And then you want to cut off their head in your imagination. And you want to see them as a communicator from spirits and ask yourself, what is this person here for? Why are you so attached to them? It might sound stupid, but when you realize why you're so attached to them, like for me in the past with guys, the reason why I was so attached is because they reminded me of the issues I had with my father in my childhood. And I saw that I was just so attached because I was afraid of them abandoning me like I had felt as a kid. The moment I realized that, I stopped being attached to these people and was like, oh my God, they were sent here to show me this about myself, to help me face my abandonment wounds. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not personal. Stop being attached to these people. And now you still go, well, I still want this person though. Again, ask yourself why. What feeling are you expecting that person to give to you? You say, I want a relationship. If you were given a relationship but it was shit and the person didn't love you and they never had sex with you, you wouldn't want a relationship. You don't want the relationship. You want to feel loved and you want to celebrate that love with somebody and you want to enjoy the feelings that a relationship gives you, but it's not actually the relationship you want. You have to learn to cultivate that feeling inside yourself of feeling loved, feeling whole, feeling celebrated as if you were in a relationship in order to attract that relationship. And this is in another way you accept you will never get it. Like for me, I did this thing. I remember when I was traveling, I was like, okay, I accept that I'm not gonna get with any more guys because they're all gonna break my heart. I accept that I'm gonna be forever alone. And this might sound very dramatic, but what ended up happening when I accepted that is it really put me in that energy of detachment, and then I started attracting guys who did want to take me out on dates and stuff. So do you see where I'm going with this? Like, it really does work in a weird way. And you know, while we're talking about relationships, I just want to share a saying which goes, I fall in love with myself and I find someone to share it with me. Even that quote focuses on something that you can control. It says, I fall in love with myself and find somebody to share that with. But the first thing she says, I fall in love with myself. Now, I want to give you another example from my personal life that happened to me recently, and just hear me out because you may relate in some way. I'm sharing this whole process with you of what I did when I was struggling with this issue so that you can kind of talk to yourself the same way. So, you know, the other day I was thinking about my YouTube career and my TikTok and stuff, and I was like, I really want to get a lot of views with my videos. Like, I want to have a lot of views. And then I asked myself, why do you want views? What is it that you really want? So I was like, I want to freely express myself and be myself on social media. Then I realized that my actual goal of wanting to express myself had nothing to do with views. Also, what I really wanted was something that I could actually totally control myself. The answer is to simply do it, to simply be myself.
You see, that's why I like her, because she breaks everything down and she doesn't make you feel like she's above you. She makes you feel like she knows where you're coming from. So she's amazing. Like, go and subscribe to her channel.
Need views to be yourself, but it's the fact that I validate myself maybe through views, so it feels like I'm doing something wrong if I'm not getting views when I'm being myself. And that showed me that on some level I still wasn't fully accepting myself. And I realized after that, I don't give a fuck. Why would I want views to validate me? As long as I'm being myself freely, then it's good enough, no matter how many views. But I still felt sad though, and this is why I'm sharing this part, because, you know, we want what we want, and it's okay to want what we want. I then asked myself, would you feel better if, you know, your next video got like 1 million views? And I was like, yes. So I answered to myself, well then just pretend, honey. Pretend that you're in a reality where your video is getting 1 million views. So actually then when you're being delusional, it's like you already have it. It doesn't change anything about your experience because you're totally just pretending that you already have that. So then a video that I would put out that gets 10 to 20,000 views, I'm gonna look at that video from a completely different perspective because I already started being delusional and telling myself it has 1 million views, even if there's only 20,000. It doesn't matter. But do you see how the same experience, the same video that gets 20,000 on one day where I'm not telling myself this story, it's gonna feel like, oh my God, I'm only getting 20,000. I'm not getting 1 million views. Like, I suck. Why fixate on that? Why not fixate on where I want to be and be delusional with it? This is the paradox of delusionality, that it acts as a sort of acceptance of where you are at, while focusing on where you want to be. And that is ultimate detachment. The video that I did that on, where I was being delusional and I pretended that it had a lot of views, is this one. And it actually performed the best of all my videos recently. So I found that quite interesting, that simply telling myself that I have the views when I don't and being delusional actually did end up getting me more views than usual.
So I love this YouTuber. I love her channel. And so what her video has actually taught me is we have to be mindful of our thoughts and what we're projecting outwards, because we are actually creating our own reality. Our thoughts, positive or negative, aware or unaware, are actually creating and affecting our manifestations. So guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Thanks. Bye for now.